Hello everyone, Danielle here. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Wonderful to see you all. Sorry for the brief delay in starting things off. Appreciate your patience. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all my social media and my email newsletter. And if you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing and well-being. We're going to start things off with a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests, and then we're going to get into the Reiki session. And despite having started a little late today, unfortunately, I do have a hard stop time on Wednesdays because I do teach Reiki in the evenings. So we will have to transition into the Reiki session no later than around 5 or 10 after 5. So I will get to as many of your requests as I possibly can. So if you have like a long list of stones or anything, sorry if I can't get to all of them. I'll get to as many as I can. So let's dive in. Let's start building that grid and let's say hi to everyone. Awesome. So as usual, the cats have rearranged the desk. I hope you all are doing well. It's a beautiful and mild day here in Philly. Awesome. There we go. So we've got nice. Korakar, lots of love to you. Good to see you. Cassandra Middleton, Flower, Patty and Key. Let's see. Flower. Lots of love to your whole crew, Flower. Joanna, wonderful to see you. Okay, so let's dive on in. Good stuff. So okay, cool. Okay, so Flower, you've got a boil, so we can bring something in for that. And Cassandra. Gotcha. So a stone for divorce, relationships, twin flames, anxiety, depression. You got it. Let's do some carnelian there. So for Flower, let's start you off with something for those boils. Let's start off with some galena. Galena has a high concentration of lead, so be very careful with it. But this helps with energy protection as well as grounding and centering. Very helpful for things like boils, cysts, and even acne. Also helpful for general inflammation and also lots of insights as to your physical healing. Helpful too for mental and emotional transformation, for winnings of money, and also to have anything lost or stolen from you returned. Also good for the Saturn transits in your chart. So that is galena. For Cassandra, let's see. So good breakup and or divorce stone is rhodonite. This is often called the divorce stone. So this one helps to heal a broken heart, so you can open up to love once again. It's wonderful for allergies, asthma, anything autoimmune, as well as just general health and well-being of the lungs. It helps with healing insecurities and also any remaining pain that's left over from of past emotional abuse. So we will go ahead and bring in rhodonite. There we go. Next, we have some carnelian. This helps relationships in general, especially those close, intimate relationships. It also helps with sexuality as well as fertility. And it is wonderful too for allergies, colds, and even healing wounds. This is also a wonderful stone for calling upon a significant soulmate type relationship. So that is carnelian. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. Carnelian also helps with anything around the sacral chakra, and that is everything relationship oriented as well as creativity. So that is carnelian. And another one that can help is pink kunzite. This is one that helps with compassion, attracting commitment-based love, and it's wonderful for love after any kind of heartache. Helpful too for hormones, neuralgia, for new moms and sleepless babies. It's very connected to the Kuan Yin. So let's go ahead and bring in pink kunzite. Okay, wonderful. So good to see you. I'm also going to bring in for anxiety and depression. One that helps with both of those things is certainly malachite. So in addition to things like depression and anxiety, this is a lovely stone for processing really painful emotions so that you can leave emotional pain behind and move forward. Lovely too for inflammation, arthritis, general pain, and it helps with insomnia as well as phobias. Excellent for phobias, and also connection to Archangel Raphael. So that is malachite. So I hope that that helps. It's good to see you, Cassandra. And let's see. Okay, good stuff. And I will probably come back to your requests around all those other things too, Cassandra. I just want to make sure I get at least a few stones in for everybody. Oh, wow, you've been sleeping a lot, and sorry about that, Patty. For flower, mobility, fear, sleep, got the boils already. Mobility, fear, sleep. There we go. For sleep, let's bring in some labradorite. My sleep cycle is just now leveling out from the big shift in the clocks. Labradorite is lovely for helping to get better sleep. It also aids in clairvoyance as well as helping to improve a work situation, especially harmony in the workplace. It helps to calm any kind of disputes or arguments. Helpful too for research, study, and detailed attention to things. So that's labradorite. We will go ahead and bring that in. I do hope your sleep improves and your sleep cycles in general are just a little bit easier to deal with. Polychrome jasper helps with physical mobility, and it also helps with motivation. So this is one that helps to break through any indifference, or if you felt really lethargic or almost really stuck. This reinvigorates us mentally, emotionally, and definitely physically, especially when it comes to physical motion, our joints, and especially the lower extremities. If you've been struggling to stick to a routine of getting up, getting moving, this can be really, really helpful. It's also wonderful for self-confidence. There we go. And general joint health. So there we go. So that is polychrome jasper. And ruby is excellent for releasing fear. This also helps to give us the courage to be exactly who we are. And it's wonderful for any kind of leadership skills. Helpful too for fibromyalgia pain, as well as attracting love, and it's helpful for fertility as well. It's also helpful for financial stability, stopping nightmares, and making decisions overall. So it's a really potent and powerful grounding earth energy type stone. And again, very helpful with releasing fear. So thank you so, so much for being here. And I hope that that helps, Flower. I hope your crew is all doing well. Okay, good stuff. So let's see. Okay. Little Tree is struggling to sleep too. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Patty. Hey, Chris, good to see ya. Hey, Little Tree. Lila Ray, good to see you also. Ooh, bone healing, gotcha. Celestite, Chrysoprase, bone healing. So for bone healing, let's start with some howlite. This is wonderful for joints as well as bones, integrity and health of joints and bones, and also helping any dysfunction or injury there too. Thought to help with health of bones as well. Wonderful too on the emotional level for anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps us to kind of calm those emotions enough for us to make some grounded decisions on how we want to use that energy that it brings up. Next is blue lace agate. This is lovely for healing fractures and for arthritis as well as just general bone health. It's also lovely for sore throats, skin allergies, tension headaches, and expressing really difficult emotions. Also for softening the words that we use to deliver difficult news. Helpful too, just for everything with the throat, like everything at all with the throat. So I hope that that helps. That's blue lace agate. Chrysoprase. Chrysoprase helps with overcoming disappointment and also following through, completing goals. I often think of this as the pivot stone. This is whether you get discouraged or disappointed, or if something doesn't work out the way you wanted it, if something has to end and now you have to figure out, well, what now? This is a stone that helps you pick up everything that you do have and move on to the next challenge. So I will bring in some chrysoprase. Go. It also is a wonderful stone for dealing with burnout. Celestite helps to connect us with our angel guides and guardians. It helps too with discernment, especially what's a thought, what's a fear, where are they coming from? Is it intuition? Is it logic? This can really help suss that out. It's also really helpful for connecting with our upper chakras and with themes of like enlightenment, interconnectedness. There we go. And can definitely help with any work that you want to do with your angels. So that's celestite. Let's see. For Patty, let's bring in some desert rose selenite to help with this. And I'll bring in some dumortierite too. So desert rose selenite is helpful for any kind of paperwork around properties, real estate, moving, or even a place to live, even if that's an apartment. This is also really helpful for those big changes we're making in our lives through consistent showing up and for redefining ourselves in the face of change, whether because we want to change or because our situation has shifted. This is also a great stone for acne, eczema, fighting viruses, supporting our animal companions' optimal well-being, and it's also really good for men's health. So that is desert rose selenite. And I'm going to bring in dumortierite as well for Patty, for your friend. This one helps with situations that feel beyond hope. It's also very, very helpful when it comes to anger, resentment, frustration, as well as standing up for oneself. Helps too with patience, as well as healing of the ligaments and tendons, and generally can support things like tidiness and getting more organized. So that is dumortierite. So that I'll bring in right here. So that is right there. Okay. Awesome. I'm just going to skip around as much as quite a bit today to try to get as many of your requests as I can. Korakar, spiritual alignment, separate and protected for you and Vincent. Quartz and labradorite. We're headed back out. We'll check back soon. Lots of love to you both. So let's go ahead and bring in some clear quartz. We already have labradorite in there. Let's bring in some double terminated clear quartz for you both. Apologies for the sirens in the background. It is Philly after all. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so clear quartz is an amplifier. It boosts any intentions that you have, anything that you're manifesting. Also boosts the energy of any crystals around it. In and of itself, it is more or less a blank slate. So this is a stone that you can ask to embody any intentions that you have, or even just use for things like clarity and clearing. When you hold these vertically up and down in the midline of the body, it can help to realign the chakras as well. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. And spiritual alignment. I like that. Let me see. Let's bring in some green kyanite. This one can be really helpful when it comes to balancing our spirituality with our everyday life. It's also really helpful with the throat, chest, lungs, and heart. Great for things like asthma, upper respiratory infections, colds, all of that stuff. Helpful too for gaining wisdom through our intuition, and also for connecting with the earth and the ecology, plants, spirits of nature. So that is green kyanite. So I hope that that helps you both. Okay. And let's see, I haven't gotten any for Lila Ray. So let's see. Lepidolite, smoky quartz. It seemed to really help yesterday. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad it was helpful. So smoky quartz and lepidolite. Smoky quartz is really helpful with transmutation, just fundamentally shifting energy to something better. And it also helps with calming worry, and it breaks up a lot of energy blocks. Helpful too for protecting property from theft, as well as hope in uncertain times. A great choice for anyone who deals with chronic pain, and it can be very helpful for flexibility of the body, as well as flexibility of the mind, a more open perspective too. But wonderful for protection and just shifting energy for the better. So that is smoky quartz. There we go. Lepidolite is lithium mica. This is not one to put in water and then drink at all. Lepidolite is lithium mica. It has actual lithium in it, and it's wonderful for calming and soothing and understanding the emotions, as well as the underlying thought patterns, beliefs, and even emotional pains that may be at the root of any of those issues. It helps too with discernment, especially around should I stay, should I go? And it helps to highlight any patterns or beliefs or anything that's holding you back that you might want to release. Great too for mental health, like generally speaking. This is thought really helpful for things like obsessive thinking, codependency, and especially things like addiction, as well as being aligned with the health of the joints of the body and with weight loss. So that is lepidolite. Let's go ahead and put these here. And I'm so glad that's been helpful for you. Awesome. And have a great day. Let's get a few of Chris's requests. Angelite, jade, and selenite. We'll start there, and then I'll probably backtrack and grab a few more of yours. Rhodochrosite is really helpful for anything around maternal types of wounds and pain, anything having to do with motherhood. Helpful too for the heart and circulation, as well as asthma and stress headache. And this is lovely too for connecting into telepathy, mediumship, channeling, and also connecting to your ancestors as well as your deceased animal companions. So that is rhodochrosite. Next, we'll bring in some selenite, and this helps to reflect nothing but pure white light. This is lovely for keeping energy of a space clear. Also wonderful for clearing our own energy fields, as well as clearing the energy of our crystals. We can just put our crystals on selenite for a few hours. It'll totally clear them. Just make sure you don't put selenite in water. It will damage it. This is also helpful for connection with our spirit guides and our angels. So that's selenite. Jade is wonderful for shifting our fortune for the better. It helps with spiritual peace of mind, balance on the body, mind, and spirit levels. It's wonderful for grounding stress, for empowerment, and really helping to recalibrate your priorities, putting yourself a little higher up there. If you tend to think of everyone else first, this will definitely help with prioritizing yourself and your own needs. Also helps with achieving large dreams and our big goals in life, as well as confidence, resourcefulness, and just in general, all kinds of good energy. So that is jade. Specifically nephrite jade in this case. There we go. Next, I'll bring in some angelite. This is very connected to celestite. And this is, as the name would suggest, very helpful in connecting with our angels, whether you want to feel them nearby or if you are trying to connect with them with the intention of receiving any kind of guidance or help there. Angelite can be superb. It's wonderful too for enhancing our experience during sound healing. It helps with a significant amount of spiritual protection, and it also helps you to just feel connected to source. So that is angelite. And leopard skin jasper helps to support our animal companions and their physical health and well-being. It's also helpful for anything that might be impacting the skin, and that would be boils too for flower. Helps too with coordination, balance, and attracting a soulmate type relationship. So that is leopard skin jasper. There we go. And I'll probably come back for more of your requests. Hey, Renee. And Renee, hey, Lisa, good to see you. You humbly request a stone that I think of as I ponder on 333. The first stone that came to mind is labradorite, which is already in there. Let me see what else comes up. Kambaba stone. Kambaba stone came up. Okay. Okay. So Kambaba stone, often called Kambaba jasper, it's not technically a jasper. It's actually fossilized blue-green algae. This stone is exceptional for connection with the environment, the earth, and the ecology, and helping to have a positive impact on the earth. It's really helpful for plants and crop yields. Also helpful for confidence, courage, and mental focus, as well as learning, especially really difficult things like languages. This helps with connection to our ancestors and the lands that they inhabited while they were here, and helps with finding errors and patterns. Also helps with improving meditation, like kind of calming the mind for meditation. So let's go ahead and bring in some Kambaba stone. I somehow managed to confuse myself. I think we're good though. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we are cooking with gas now. Awesome. Catherine, good to see you. Let me make sure I didn't zip past anyone. Oh, I'll get some of Patty's requests too before we dive in. Red tiger eye, tiger iron. So let's start with some zebra jasper. This helps with standing up for yourself, especially in the face of overwhelming stress. This can also help with bone disorders. It's, like I said, deeply empowering, but it's also good for muscle spasms on the physical level. Helps too with taking initiative, and anytime that you feel just stuck in a rut, especially if you feel like life's kind of run you over and that makes you feel stuck in a rut, zebra jasper can be really helpful for that. So let's go ahead and bring that in. Okay. There we go. Epidote is lovely for injury and illness and recovering as quickly as possible. It also helps with our self-talk, the way that we speak to ourselves. It helps us to be a little kinder to ourselves. If you tend to yell at yourself or anything like that, this can be a lovely stone to help break that habit. Helps too with connection with the fairy realm, as well as the nervous system and the skin and the brain, especially in cases of things like Parkinson's. So that is epidote. tiger iron helps with chronic fatigue, and even just if it's not a chronic fatigue situation, but you just feel fatigued and overrun, this can be really helpful in boosting your energy. It also helps with emotional balance and clarity of thought. It helps with boundaries as well. If you're someone who tends to take on the pain and struggles of others, this can help to kind of keep yourself a little bit separated there. Helpful too for nervous kids and animals. Wonderful for the root chakra and the solar plexus, which is the center of self-identity and free will. And helpful too for clearing and restoring the blood because of the hematite within here. So tiger iron is tiger eye with hematite, and in some cases even red jasper. So that is tiger iron. Anhydro is a type of quartz that actually has like many quartz has inclusions, meaning that the stone forms around something else. Anhydro is actually formed around water. There is water trapped within the stone. It is really hard to see on our camera here, but if you see that little circle in pen, which is almost impossible to see right there, that's actually where the water is trapped. This can be a really helpful stone when it comes to not only fluid imbalances, but also releasing any kind of like destructive emotional patterns. Like if you tend towards self-destructive types of behaviors, anhydro is a great choice. Helps too with determining the credibility of people. If you tend to struggle with being a judge of character, or if you're just meeting a lot of new people, this can help you kind of figure out what their motivations are a little bit. See if you can really trust them. Helps too with connecting to healing the past as well as the present. Wonderful for connection with genealogy, family history, as well as remaining in amicable relationships with really difficult people. So that is anhydro. And red tiger eye helps with protection on a spiritual level in a big way, and also it helps with protection against bullies. This is a great anti-bully stone, whether it's what we think of as a bully, somebody, childlike and acting out, or the adult version of that, which is still childlike and acting out if you ask me, but it shows up more like a gaslighting, triangulation, slander, just trying to make things as difficult as possible for you. This helps to protect you spiritually and emotionally, physically from that. Also really helpful for calling on financial abundance in a hurry. So that is red tiger eye. And I will probably come back for some more of your requests, Patty. But it's good to see you. Lots of love to you and Key. And Ninja 4858, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm so sorry everyone. I started late today. We had some glitches on our end, and then I have my hard stop time in about 20 minutes. Well, hard stop to switch over to the Reiki side of things in just about 20 minutes because I teach tonight. So I'm trying to get as many people's requests reflected in the grid as I can. So I'm sorry if I don't get to everything. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, so Lisa, mom's infection and GI side effects. Gotcha. So moss, agate, peridot. Actually, thinking I'm going to scratch the peridot and bring in Dalmatian jasper. Sister's sight, brother's lungs. Sight, aventurine. Lungs is definitely rhodonite, which is here. All of your hearts and joints. We've got joint care. But let's bring in a little bit more love for the heart. Aventurine helps the heart. As does unikite. So let's bring these in. to start. And so aventurine helps with expanding our vision of our potential. This helps you to see what you're truly capable of and not sell yourself short. So very, very empowering and encouraging. Helps too with allergies, eye problems, as well as fertility, and heart rhythms for sure. So let's bring in aventurine. Such a beautiful shade of green. And the online store, my online store, is currently out of aventurine, but not for long. So we will have some in the shop ASAP. So there's green aventurine. So that's for heart rhythms, and this is for circulation. This is Unikite. In addition to being helpful for circulation throughout the body, this can be really helpful for women's health, whether that's onset of menses, onset of menopause, everything in between, from fertility to prenatal, postpartum, labor, delivery, every aspect of a woman's life, and also support for good, healthy, happy marriages. Lovely too for addictions, especially helpful for smoking and quitting smoking. And it's thought to be really helpful for metabolism as well. So that is Unikite. So let's just make some room for this Unikite here. For your mother's infection, moss agate is highly regarded in Chinese medicine for anything that's spreading through the body quickly, or as they would refer to it, has wind. Things that are going through the body fast that you don't want to be there in the first place, like an infection. This is also really helpful for connection with nature, noticing and releasing any fears of the unknown. Very helpful for connection to our higher self, for inner child healing, and also for feeling more connected to spirit and unconditional love. So that is moss agate. And for the digestive upset from the medications, my favorite for that is Dalmatian jasper. Dalmatian jasper, these black spots, are actually black tourmaline. And black tourmaline helps with repelling negative energy. You can go so far as to put it around your property to keep things at bay. But as it goes through this stone, it helps to deep clean our energy fields. And it also is thought to do much the same for our digestive tract. So this is linked with things like Crohn's, IBS, and celiac disease in my case. But this is also helpful for acute things like the effects of medication, food poisoning, things like that, like helping to kind of calm down, protect the digestive tract, and even help eliminate things that aren't helpful. It's wonderful too for deep cleaning our energy field. So if you're working towards maybe releasing some jadedness or some cynicism, helping to give someone a second chance, or even give yourself a second chance, this can be wonderful. It's also great for any kind of group dynamic that you're trying to improve. This helps release the energy of the past and expect something better in the future. So that is Dalmatian jasper. So I hope that that helps with your mother's stomach. There we go. Whenever I accidentally eat gluten, which is very rare, this is one of the stones I work with. So that's Dalmatian jasper. And luck with the work problem, healing a relationship with a former coworker, and healthy, balanced lifestyle. Awesome. So let's do actually healing the relationship with the former coworker. Dalmatian jasper will help, as will carnelian and labradorite, which are in there. Supporting a healthy, balanced lifestyle too. Let's bring in dioptase. I actually think that this hits a few of the requests that we've had today. So this beautiful dioptase. This helps with so many things and in so many ways. So this, first of all, really helps with relieving any kind of self-neglect and helps you with taking better care of yourself. It helps with chronic fatigue, living in the present moment, and also attracts a good love match as well. Wonderful for stabilizing blood pressure, inner ear stuff like dizziness, vertigo, and coordination. Helpful too for IBS, ulcers, and even overall cardiac support. Wonderful too for making healthy changes in your life and having a generally healthy lifestyle. Helpful for vitality, energy, balance, and also for emotional stability. So that is dioptase. So I think that this supports a lot of us today. So we'll bring that in. And thank you for being here, Lisa. Yes, happy first day of spring, Ninja 4858. Catherine, you would like some help on focusing on editing your manuscript, creativity, and money manifestation. So money manifestation, editing, creativity. Definitely like fine attention to detail, things like editing. I would definitely put in labradorite, and even Kambaba stone can help with that, like fine attention to detail too. Let's go with sodalite. Sodalite helps with expression of creativity and also just expression of how we feel in general. Communication, like clear communication, helps us with coming to terms with aging, helps dealing with menopause, and also wonderful for grounding impulses and helping in any case of feeling homesickness. But this is specifically helpful for things like writing as well. And so for clarity of communication, this can be really helpful with things like editing too. So let's bring in the sodalite. Let's see, where shall we place you? Let's bring this in here and here, here and here. Azurite is lovely for creativity. It also helps with intuition as well as insight, and it's very helpful for reawakening the spiritual self. It helps with connection with our spirit guides and also for gleaning wisdom from our time with them. Lovely for dissolving energy blockages as well as obstacles in our path. Helpful with quieting the mind, which can make things like meditation and spiritual work so much easier. And helpful too for spinal alignment and uncontrolled muscle movements and spasms and tics. So that is azurite. And for financial abundance, which I think can benefit all of us, it's citrine. So citrine is lovely for financial gain, helping anything that we are manifesting to come in. Lovely too for balancing logic and intuition, for fibromyalgia, nausea, and also for addictions and compulsions. So let's go ahead and bring in citrine. Here we go. Wonderful. I hope you're doing well, Catherine. Have a good one. Yeah, if something's missed, quartz will cover it, but also good point, I will bring in manifestation quartz. So manifestation quartz is really helpful for exactly what it sounds like. This helps us to manifest and put out to the universe exactly what we are looking for. So if there's something that is not represented in here any kind of clear quartz can always stand in for it. This in particular can almost hold your intentions and connect it to spirit. Think of this as a birthday candle for the grid, except that everyone gets to put their wishes on it. So that is manifestation quartz. So good call, Key. Good call. Ninja4858, you're just happy to be here with everyone. We're really happy to have you here too. Tabs, good to see you. Courage for your daughter who needs an ultrasound, knee strength, creativity, connection with higher self, divination, and entrepreneurship. Higher self we have here in moss agate, so that's covered. Let's bring in entrepreneurship, connection with, divination. We'll bring in Super 7. Knee strength, we have howlite, and we also have blue lace agate. Both of those can be helpful. Creativity, let's bring in amber. Yeah, let's bring in amber. And courage. Let's bring in crazy lace agate for courage. This, in addition to courage, this can also help confidence and bring in general balance, and it's very protective. This helps with the heart chakra as well as the solar plexus. It gives us a lot of physical energy, and it's very connected to the skin, eyes, and speech, but it's also helpful for connection to spider. So if you have an animal guardian in spider, if you are afraid of spiders, this is also helpful for phobias and fears, but that is crazy lace agate. Lots and lots of courage there. For creativity, we've got some good creative stones, but let's bring in amber. So this helps with not only creativity, but also depression, seasonal affective disorder, and helps with attracting lasting love. It's wonderful for releasing emotional blocks and negativity generally, as well as bringing in lots of luck and lots of protection. Also helpful for healing on the mental level, including with different types of either mental illness or just sort of psychological stuff you might be working on, and helpful too for teething and emotional pain. So that is amber. Let's see, where shall we place amber? Let's just put that right here. And amber is fossilized tree sap. For divination, let's bring in Super 7. This helps with any way that we might want to connect intuitively. Whether you are scrying, reading, tarot, if you're a medium, if you use telepathy, however you connect, this really empowers it. It also helps with your bigger goals and dreams in life and helping encourage you to continue to work on that path. Helpful too for strengthening our energy field, for inner peace and harmony, and for healing past lives, karmic factors, and even connecting with the earth and ecology for ultimate healing and well-being. So that is Super 7. And for entrepreneurship, let's bring in Tiger Eye. So Tiger Eye is lovely for kind of seeing the big picture, which is a very entrepreneurial thing, to think of how all the bigger, more expansive parts come together in the center. It helps to bolster courage, give lots of strength and balance, and helps to also protect against jealousy and envy. It's wonderful for research and study, particularly things like researching factors related to the business or the start of a business or a new venture. And in general, just that big picture thinking, seeing how all the different pieces factor into one another and making everything kind of harmoniously work together. So that is Tiger Eye. There we go. So I hope that that helps. Keep me posted, tabs. Ninja 4858, something for focus, like you're not grounded at all and you're not sleeping well. Labradorite and malachite are in there. So focus and grounding. So for grounding, let's bring in red jasper. This is a lovely stone to support the root chakra. That's the center of basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, fear and safety, your most human elements. Also helpful for empowerment, standing up for yourself, standing up against injustice and bullying. Helpful with emotional support for any long-term healing or long-term physical struggle, like convalescence or anything like that. And helpful too for just psychic and spiritual protection and for, just grounding in general with the root chakra. So that is red jasper. For focus, let's bring in that beautiful bumblebee jasper. This is helpful not only for mental focus, but for energy, vitality, motivation, making you want to sink your teeth into the work and getting it done. Helpful too for empowering manifestation, good decision making, and just everything that helps you to feel like, okay, I want to get up and get the work done. So very, very positive, very motivating, and brings lots of confidence. Just be careful if you're working with this stone. It does have a high level of arsenic as well as sulfur. So that is bumblebee jasper. So I hope you're doing well, Ninja 4858. Thank you for being here. You're welcome, Catherine. I'm just going to keep looking through. Cassandra, one that can help with learning things like numerology and just learning healing techniques and stuff like that, like good connection to wisdom, is moonstone. So let's bring that in. Moonstone helps with connection to ancient spirituality and spiritual teachings, as well as protection of women, connection to the moon and lunar cycles, and for acceptance of divine timing, even when it's not in alignment with our personal preferred timing. Very protective of women and of travelers, and wonderful for intuition in all ways. But yeah, this can help you to learn about ancient types of spirituality and of healing methods and techniques that are much older. So that is moonstone. And awesome. So I'm just looking at the general themes here for the next couple of minutes to try to get as many of your requests taken care of as I can. Got a lot of the requests taken care of. Let's bring in some of Patty's requests because I feel like a lot of them line up with what we're going for. Let's bring in Amazonite, definitely. Fluorite can always help. And yeah, let's stop there. So Amazonite can help with the spine and spinal nerves. That can help with everything from back pain to nerve issues. It's also helpful for certain types of neurological concerns, as well as self-care. This is a stone that can remind even the most selfless to take good care of themselves. Helps too with just general calming and with connection to just luck. Good outcome, luck, and winnings as well. So that is Amazonite. And last one we're going to bring in is fluorite. So fluorite helps with relaxation and dealing with any kind of really chaotic energy, especially if you work in a chaotic environment, if your home is chaotic. I live in a chaotic city. This can help us to be a little bit of the eye of the storm, if you want to think of it that way. While everything is outside of your control and it's just kind of swirling, this helps you to be a little bit more focused and calm within and find your inner stability. Also really helpful for newborns and new moms. So yeah, definitely good for chaotic work environments for sure. So that is fluorite. So I think with that, we're going to go ahead into a little bit of what Reiki is, how it works, and how to make the most of your session for anyone that's new. While I'm doing that, you can help me lift the energy by doing something really simple. Go ahead and think of all the things you're grateful for, anything at all. And then when you're ready, go ahead and tap it into the comments there. Whenever we focus on something like gratitude, it helps to powerfully lift the energy, and it's something that's so simple yet so impactful. So go ahead, give that a shot. That'll help lift the energy for all of us that are here. And then we'll get into the Reiki. So what is Reiki? And I'm just tidying up some crystals in the grid here for us. But yeah, so I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. And once again, if you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you would like to schedule a one-on-one tarot reading or energy healing, if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki is more or less has become in the West a term that means general energy healing. Specifically, I work with Usui Reiki, and this method was named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this structure in the 1920s in Japan during a time where teaching anything that could even be misattributed to a religion had really strict consequences. So this is a deeply spiritual technique, yet at the same time, it is completely secular. And I think that's why we love it in the West so much. So the concept of energy at the foundation of this practice comes to us from Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is thought to be interconnected and interlinked, and that spirit, however you define it, would supply this beautiful soul affirming energy that supports your body, mind, and spirit through everything that we know them to do all day, every day, our healing and resilience one moment to the next. And essentially, Usui Reiki works on this principle, and using Usui's techniques, I'll essentially connect to that energy, that Reiki energy, and that energy is already available to everyone, flowing through us, whether or not we're aware of it. And I'll essentially use Usui's techniques to connect to that and direct more of it to you, supporting your body, mind, and spirit to do all of the things that they already do for you, but even better. So during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. You may have some nice mental clarity, be able to think some things through that have been challenging. Spiritually, you may get some big revelations, some intuitions, some clarity. You may also have a deeply healing nap. All of these are deeply encouraged. Your session is going to be unique one day to the next, just based on what you need most today. And so how do you connect and get the Reiki? Well, you just have to be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So you don't need to do a darn thing. Know that you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind quiet. You can simply be. If you'd like, I usually recommend that you find some place that's nice and comfortable to sit up or lay down. You can close your eyes if you'd like. But you can also use this time any way you'd like. You can combine it with some yoga, some stretches, some journaling, some creativity, throwing some cards down for yourself. Whatever you feel to do in this time is totally perfect. And I'm just glad that you're here. During the session, which will last 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe, and I will turn the music up. If you enjoy the music that's piping in, go ahead and check out the link at the bottom of the description for our musical creator. She's awesome. She's got her own YouTube channel. You can check out her music there anytime that you like. And thank you for all of you who've provided any amount of support to the channel, from buying crystals to contributing in any way. It helps not only with actually compensating a real musician to create music that I can play on stream, but also helps me tremendously. And I deeply appreciate you all, and thank you. One last thing is that I am here live 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. The full schedule is in the description, and you can also subscribe with your notifications on so that you don't miss an opportunity. You don't have to be live in order to feel the energy, though. So if you're here live and you feel like you need a Reiki session one day and I'm not live, check out the past healing live stream playlist. You can pick any old stream at all, and I guarantee that you will feel better towards the end. Also, you can just go ahead and click the live button and see not only when the next stream is, but also enjoy any of the past streams there. So thank you all so much for being here. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you for understanding that I needed to cut today a little bit short, and for all of your patience. And let's go ahead and take a closer look at that grid and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Well done, everyone. Love it. Awesome. So everybody go ahead, get nice and comfy. Thank you all for the beautiful gratitudes. I mean, seriously beautiful. Hey, little tree. Grateful for cookies, cats, Reiki, and Reiki friends. Absolutely. Ooh, Joanna's doing a 10-day prosperity challenge. All the best to you. Grateful for ukuleles, kalimbas, banjos, and stones. That sounds amazing. I am also grateful for those things. Yes, and don't forget to hit that like button, fam. I deeply appreciate it. So let's go ahead in, and I'm going to start sending that Reiki to all of you. So thanks again for being here. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Enjoy your session, and we will go until almost 1/4 of. Okay, so enjoy. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or anything to share, I invite you to use the chat. You're so welcome, Still Not Still. I hope you're doing well. Oh, welcome in, Matthew. You're welcome, Flower and Little Tree. Lots of love to you both. Big Reiki yawn, my goodness. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Still Not Still. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad it was. I'm so glad to hear that, Patty. All the best to you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and... You're welcome, Lisa. Lots of love to you and your family. I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you. So glad to have you here. And I'm going to go get ready to teach my Reiki class. So the next streams are Friday at both 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time, as well as Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. If you'd like some Reiki before then, definitely just go ahead, click that live button, and select any past stream that you want. The Reiki will be there for you. You're welcome, Ninja. Oh, and is that a little Hattie? Do you want to hop up here and say goodbyes? Come on up, little bones. Everybody missed your purrs. Come on up, little lady. Come on up. Yeah. Good job. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at that little Hattie. Look at, it's you. Look at you. Gertie likes to look in herself in the mirror and stuff. Hattie is less interested in that, but thank you everyone for being here. Oh, that's a cuteness. Oh, that's a cuteness. Yes, it was. Look, baby. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening. Oh, you're such a cuddle. Take care. I hope to see you all again soon, and bye for now.